What's up, you guys? It's 5:30 in the evening. I'm about to go to bed, so don't mind these luggages on my face. Your girl is tired, and I'm wearing tired right about now. But I wanted to share the story time with you in the event you're going through a season where you're not sure if you're hearing from God. Is it Him telling you to do something or not do something? Or is it your own mind? Is it your own thought process telling you to do or not do something? I'm doing this video because I know sometimes we struggle with, is it my own thoughts that are telling me to do this or not do this? Or is it God telling me? Is He leading me to do something or not do something? And I want to share with you what happened to me a few days ago to kind of give you some insight on how He speaks to us. I'm really trying to condense this so I don't take all day trying to explain this to you, but I have to set the tone. So a few days ago, I was at work and it was a long night. So I knew once I got off, I wasn't going to cook. So I had already had in my mind that I was going to go to Chipotle. And if you know about going to Chipotle, getting the kids' meals. And the other reason I was going to go to Chipotle is because they opened one on the other side of town, closer to the highway, and it has a drive-through. So again, if you know, you know. So in the back of my mind, I had, if I felt like getting out of the car by the time I got on the other side of town, I would go to Meijer to pick up these. These are my favorite new late night crepes, okay? So I told myself if I felt like it, I was going to go to Meijer's to grab them because that's the only place I've seen them. I'm pretty sure they probably have them somewhere else. But because I know for a fact Meijer's had them, I thought to myself, that's where I would go if I felt like getting out of the car once I got back on my side of town. So I'm halfway away from my job and I'm thinking, what I'm going to get when I go to Chipotle, so on and so forth. And then I start thinking to myself, you know what? I can just make ground turkey tacos. I can just go to the store, get the stuff, make it myself. But the whole point of why I wanted to go to Chipotle is because I didn't feel like cooking. I'm really struggling telling this story because I'm so tired. I'm so sleepy. But I feel like it's important that I share this because I think it's going to help someone understand something, answer that question that they've been asking themselves, or God. I'm just going to tell you the story. Bear with me. So without even thinking, I turn around and I think to myself, I'm just going to go to Meijer. It wasn't really even a thought for me to cook because that was a whole reason of why I was going to Chipotle. So I go to Meijer's. I get my turkey, the ground turkey. I get my flat bottom taco shells. And I grab my pico and I get a knockoff version of these because they were sold out, believe it or not. So anyways, I get to the cash register to pay for everything and I have Meijer in perk. So if you're a Meijer shopper, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm saying that because your girl just got to the point where I downloaded the app and all that good stuff. So he asked me, he scans it. And then he asked me if I wanted to claim my little perks or whatever. And that was the first time that I had claimed anything because again, I just really downloaded the app on my phone. So I said yes. So he's like, do you want that one? And I'm like, yes. So I'm clicking and I'm clicking. And my bill was, you might as well just say $13 because it was like $12.59. When I got done using the perks and all that, my bill was $1.59. And to be honest, this isn't really about $13 isn't a lot of money. It's not about that because if you're going to a store and your intentions is to pay $13, $30, $100, and then you walk out paying $1.56, that is the blessing, okay? More importantly, I had no idea, no intention to cook, go to Meijer, or any of that. So going back to how to hear from God, if you're hearing from God, it's a calmness, it's a peace. And I want to clarify, it was $1.56. I believe I said $1.59. But 59.56, it really doesn't matter. I walked out of there paying less than $2 for a $13 bill. And I had no intentions on even going to Meijer, number one, much less thinking I was going to walk out of there paying less than $2 for my entire grocery bill. So going back to if it's Him telling you to do it or if it's your own mind telling you to do it or not to do it, there's a calmness and there's a peace. You don't wrestle with it, you just do it. Because again, I turned around in that parking lot as if I knew I was going to Meijer and I just made the wrong turn or I missed my stop. Even though I turned around and I knew it was a better option just to go to Meijer, it was closer and all that. But listening and not struggling with it and being disobedient and still going to Chipotle in spite of what was put on me, the bigger blessing was I left out of there paying less than $2 for everything that I got. I even spent less at Meijer than I would have going to Chipotle getting the kids' meal. Not going back and forth trying to figure out, should I go to Meijer? Should I go to Chipotle? Just hearing it, just following, being obedient, and just doing it. I got a bigger blessing. And not only did I get a bigger blessing by just walking out of there paying less than $2 for my grocery, it freed up that extra money I was going to spend to do something else. And it just was another thing to let me know this is how I need to listen to God, hear from Him, just by being calm and just moving without constantly overthinking. Also, being obedient can protect you from something. It may have been an accident on the other side of town that he was protecting me from. I don't know. I'm just saying how extreme it could be if we just listen and follow his lead and not our own lead. And so I just jumped on here to share that with you. I'm not a pastor. I'm not some kind of motivational speaker. I'm just Rayette, every Ray living, who truly believes in God and His Son Jesus Christ. And we do question so many things. Is this real? Is it not real? Is He telling me this? Is He not telling me this? Should I go? Should I stay? And sometimes we make the decision to do something very simple. It's very 1 + 1 is 2, but sometimes we can take a basic simple arithmetic and turn it into a whole calculus problem for no reason. And again, in my opinion, in the things that I've been dealing with and going through over and over in my life, when I just listen and go and don't try to figure it out, that's when I see Him shine His light the brightest. But I wanted to share that with you because I know that was God. Because again, I had no idea I was going to go to Meijer and end up coming home making tacos, even though that's been my meal for the last month or whatever. But I was wanting to just go to Chipotle because it was going to be easier, it's going to be convenient, and so on and so forth. But listening to Him redirect me saved me money. I gained so much just by listening and being calm and just moving with how He basically just told me to move. I left there with more, paying less. I hope this story encourages someone, uplifts someone, motivates someone, and help you understand that He's not yelling and screaming. He just speaks in a calm, soft tone to your heart. You just know. You just know.